Dear students, welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about the concept of theoretical probability, and we are going to discuss 5 examples in our daily life for explaining this particular concept. The concept of probability describes the chance of occurring an event, or in other words, it is the likelihood of something happening, and that chance can be described using the words impossible, certain, unlikely, likely, or equal chance. And the probability always lies between the numbers 0 and 1. The probability of 0 means it is an impossible event, and the probability 1 means it is a certain event. For example, let us consider the chance of occurring rainfall in the month of July in UAE. The probability is nearly zero, or it is an impossible event because the month of June, July, August is a summer month and the likelihood or the chance of the rainfall is nearly zero. So this particular case is an impossible event. Now consider another example, the probability of warm weather in UAE during the month of June, July, or August. As we mentioned, it is a summertime, the probability is a sure case, or we can mention that the probability is certain, or the probability of that particular weather condition is 1. Now consider another example, if I am tossing a coin, there is an equal chance for getting either the head or the tail. That means the probability is 0.5 or 1 over 2, or it is an equal chance. Now we are going to discuss about the concept of theoretical probability. The probability of getting an event can be calculated with the help of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So this is our example number 1, coin flipping. As we know that when we flip a coin, the maximum possibility or the total possibility is always 2. Either the coin can give heads or it can be tails. So in this example, the coin flipping, the total possible event is 2. Now we are going to explain certain probability from this particular example. Now consider when we flip the coin for one time, the probability of getting head is 1 out of 2, or it can also be represented as a 50% because one of the side is head and the other side is tail, which means that the probability of tail is also 1 over 2, which is a 50%. Now consider another scenario, the probability of getting either head or a tail. So as we know that when you flip the coin, you will probably get either the head or the tail. So the total probability of getting either head or a tail is 2 out of 2, or it can be also represented as 100%. Now coming to the example number 2, we are familiar with the die, and we know that the dice is having 6 faces. Each of the face is marked with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the total event when you roll the die for one time is 6, and you can get either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or the number 6. Now let us consider the different scenarios from this particular example. The probability of getting any specific number, which means the probability of getting the number 1 is 1 out of 6, or the probability of getting the number 5. When you roll the dice, the probability of getting the number 5 is 1 out of 6, which means that the probability of getting any number when you roll the dice for one time is always 1 out of 6. This out of 6 represents the total number of possible outcomes. Now moving towards another scenario, the probability of getting an even number or an odd number. As we know that the dice is having the numbers from 1 to 6, out of the numbers 1 to 6, we are having 3 odd numbers which are 1, 3 and 5. And we are also having 3 even numbers which are 2, 4 and 6. Which means the probability of getting any odd number is 3 out of 6, or it is also called 50%. Similarly, the probability of getting an even number is also 3 out of 6, which is 50% chance. And consider the scenario of getting a number which is greater than 4 when you roll a die. The numbers which is greater than 4 is 5 and 6. So there are two numbers and the total outcomes are 6. So the probability of getting a number greater than 4 is always 2 out of 6, or in the simplest form, which is 1 out of 3, or which can be represented as 33.3 percentage. Now consider another scenario. When you roll this die, what is the probability of getting a number which is greater than 6 or getting a number 8 from this particular die? As we know that there is no such a number in this die, so the probability of getting a number greater than 6 or probability of getting the number 10 or the number 12 or the number 15 is 0. So the chance is 0 getting a number greater than 6. Now moving towards the example number 3, the drawing of card from a deck of card. In a deck of card you can find 52 cards and you can find 4 different symbols. The 4 different symbols are spade, hearts, diamond and clubs. Each of this symbol is having 13 cards each. The spade and clubs are bearing the black color, as well as hearts and diamond is bearing the red color. And we know that the total possible event is 52. And what can be the probability of getting a card which is bearing the diamond symbol? As we know that there are 13 diamond cards, the probability of getting a diamond card from this deck is 13 over 52. Similarly, the probability of getting a spade symboled card from this deck of card is 13 over 52. And this particular example is having a lot of combinations, and that set of combinations will be continued in another set of lecture. Moving towards example number 4. In a bag, we are having 3 red marbles, 5 blue marble and 2 green marbles. So overall I am having 3 plus 5 plus 2, I am having 10 marbles in a bag. If all the marbles are kept inside a bag and we are trying to pull out a marble without looking into the bag, the probability of getting a red marble from this bag is 3 out of 10, because the total possible event is 10 and we are having 3 red marbles. So the total probability of getting a red marble or P of red is 3 out of 10. Similarly, since we are having 5 blue marbles, the probability of getting a blue out of this bag is 5 out of 10, or in the simple form it is 1 out of 2, which is 50%. Similarly, since we are having 2 green marbles, the probability of getting a green is 2 out of 10, or in the simple form it is 1 out of 5, or is 20%. Now coming towards a combination, probability of getting either red or a blue means we have to consider both the red as well as the blue. We are having 3 red and 5 blue, so the probability of getting either red or blue is 3 plus 5, which is 8 out of 10, which is 80%. So similarly, what can be the probability of getting blue or a green marble from this case? We know that blue is 5, green is having 2, so 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 out of 10 or 70% is the probability of getting a blue or a green marble from this bag. Now moving towards another scenario, probability of getting not a green. Not a green means can be either red or it can be a blue. Red plus blue, we are having total 8 and the total possible event is 10. So the probability of getting not a green is 8 out of 10, which is 80%. So we can combine different combinations from this particular example. And moving towards our last example, spinning a spinner wheel. I'm having a spinner wheel which is having 8 equal sections consist of 3 red, 2 blue section, 2 yellow section and a green section. Now if we are spinning that wheel, the probability of getting a red, we know that there is 3 red and the total is 8. So probability of getting a red from a spinner wheel is 3 out of 8, or in percentage we can mention it is 37.5 percentage. Similarly, the probability of getting a blue is 2 out of 8, or in symbol form it is 1 out of 4, which is equal to 25 percentage. Similarly, probability of yellow is also 2 out of 8, since we are having 2 yellows and there is a total of 8 sections, so 2 out of 8, which is 25 percentage. Since we are having only one green section, the probability of getting a green is 1 out of 8, or 12.5 percentage. So dear students, hope you understood the basic concepts of probability, and we had gone through 5 main concepts from the probability. We started with the range rule. The probability is always ranging from 0 to 1, where 0 means an impossible event and 1 means a certain or 100% chance event, and other events always lies between 0 and 1. Secondly, we discussed about the complement rule, which means that probability of an event, if you know, then you can also calculate the probability of not having an event. The probability of an event is 30%, then the probability of not getting an event is always 70%. Similarly, if the probability of an event is 21%, then the probability of not getting an event is 79%. Thirdly, we discussed about all the outcome sums up to 1, since the maximum probability is 1, or the total percentage is always 100. And the fourth point, we mentioned the equally likely events, which we discussed in the case of tossing a coin. The probability of getting head or tail is an equal chance. When you throw a die, the probability of getting a number between 1 and 6 is always 1 out of 6. Or the probability of getting an odd number from a die is always 3 out of 6. Or the probability of getting an even number is also 3 out of 6. And finally, we mentioned about the formula. The probability of an event is always number of favorable outcome divided by total number of outcomes. So my dear students, I believe you understood the concept of probability. Don't forget the formula: probability of an event equals favorable divided by total. If you like this lesson, please like, share and subscribe. See you soon with another set of lectures. Till then, goodbye.